The love was so real. We both kept saying we didn't want to get this deep right away, but we couldn't keep our hands off of one another. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I wanted to share an email from one of my clients. She got amazing movement after our session. The movement started last week. I'm not sure exactly when our session was, and I don't have time to check. I'm just filming this really quickly before my session. So I'm going to share the emails that we had back and forth and what the latest was that happened with her and her specific person. Please realize that manifesting, whether it's related to health, wealth, success, specific person, any kind of specific person, any kind of relationship, I want you to start realizing that it's all the same across the board. What is deep down in your heart and soul is already existing, which is the only reason why you're being pulled towards it. It doesn't matter what you're manifesting. It doesn't matter what the subject is. If it's in your soul and you have a deep desire for it, that end already exists. Not only does that end exist, but there are infinite ends that exist. And whichever one you stay dominant in your thoughts and in your assumptions, in your awareness, is the end that you will end up experiencing. You can always change, you can always step back and filter out all of the BS that you didn't realize you were creating. And you can get kind of get pure and purify yourself, purify your mind. That's the whole entire purpose of this. Separation is an illusion. Simple, period. It's black and white. We are not separate from anyone. Everyone in our reality is playing a role. If it's in our personal 3D reality, they're playing a specific role in your life. That role is determined by you. If when you first meet somebody, you have all of these stories because of a self-concept that you don't value yourself, that you're not good enough for love. When this person comes in who's meant to love you, when they come in, you most likely are going to be projecting your fears onto them, which will skew your perception, lead to new assumptions, deeper stories that aren't going to be in alignment with the relationship that you actually want deep down in your heart. But if you don't believe you deserve that, then where do you think you're creating that from? Long introduction. I just wanted to share that really quickly. I only have a few minutes. I'm going to now share this email from my awesome client. And I know that this is going to inspire many of you guys to persist. The persisting doesn't mean you're working hard. Understanding what the law is, filtering out all of the stories within you, the limiting beliefs that are within you that you're not lovable, you're not worthy of love, love is unsafe, relationships are unsafe, money is hard, success is hard. The whole point of this is for you to see what was being reflected back to you so you can then change the self-concept that created that to begin with. Go into trust, go into the oneness, go into the understanding that God created you as a God within your reality. You have the power to heal. You have the power to shift and change your experience and your life. Okay, so I'm going to read this now. So before I get into this, if you love my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you want me to be your coach, email me a short description directly to kim@coreunion.com. And then you book your session with me at my website, coreunion.com, and you can do a 30-minute or a package of 30-minute sessions. All right. So she wrote, this was last week. My SP said he misses me and wants me to understand that he wants to love me, but he's apprehensive in communicating with me because of our crazy past episodes. So she was basically just saying, I don't want to get triggered by this. She's been persisting, wanting him and I to love each other in a healthy way. I guess what I'm asking is, do I not reach out to him? Should I let him come back on his time and just keep seeing us in a healthy, happy relationship? Thank you again for your videos because they have kept me going and will continue to help me. I'm so happy after 2 months we reconnected, but I also know I'm going to get antsy because I'll want to talk to him every day and he doesn't seem ready yet, but I'm not affirming that. But I do want to add, when we look at our specific person like that, he doesn't seem ready yet. She doesn't seem ready yet. So we want to look at that and see that we are both equally committed to each other. We are both loving each other. Okay. We want to go into that. From my experience, if my mirror soul wasn't ready yet, it's up to me to look at the parts within me. What are the parts within me that's fearful of being in the relationship? And I'm not saying I have to go on a lifelong healing journey. I just become aware of it. And then I may do some revision of past things that had nothing to do with him, nothing to do with him at all. And then I see that we are loving each other, feeling safe with each other. Okay, both fully healed, both fully committed to each other, happy, secure, having fun. Make it light, make it fun. Okay, a lot of kissing, like a lot of, I found that with me, a lot of the things that I would end up imagining is that we're laughing together, we're holding each other, we're squeezing each other, we're like a lot of laughter, like constantly just making out and kissing each other. So this is what I responded to her. Respond to him in unconditional love without making any demands, and stay in faith that your end, no matter what gets said, exists. He essentially is telling you in the 3D that he misses you and that he loves you in the 3D. He's also mirroring back something that's within you too. Maybe you're not realizing this, but you don't want crazy past episodes together either. So take that and affirm the healthy communication, secure bonding, the equality, the mutual respect, and the appreciation between the two of you. Stable, secure, confident, and balanced. That's the energy. Talk to him from that energy. And when anything at all comes up, remember that you're not perceiving from just your 3D ears and eyes anymore. He will always precisely mirror you. Stay in your power and communicate with love. So then this morning, or I don't know what morning it was. Yeah, it was this morning. Hi, Kim. This is insane how much movement I've gotten in the past week. Even as I type this, I am continuing my inner work every morning, thanking God, myself, and my SP for showing up exactly how I want. You too. All thanks to your guidance. He legit contacted me after 2 months, excuse me, after months of no contact. And it was so insane how we even reconnected. It was on a dating app. He has been ignoring me for months because of a tumultuous fallout. There was a third party involved, but I kept persisting and we matched on the site. And it started from there last week. I asked him why he swiped on me if he's been ignoring my calls and texts. And he said, when he saw my picture on the app, quote unquote, I'm the woman who captured his heart. Even after reconnecting last week, he told me he needs time to see me, and I must understand his apprehension in doing so because of our past. It's because you are also apprehensive because you don't want the crazy episodes from the past either. So I'm just saying to you and to everyone else, you need to drop and let go of all of that stuff from the past. Let it all go because it was simply a part of your self-concept back then. I didn't force anything as you advised me not to, and just kept strong in my faith. Last night was the first time seeing each other in over 2 years, less than a week of reconnecting. We had the most passionate night we've ever had, and he was saying things to me that I kept affirming throughout this last month. He's so in love with me. He has no self-control when it comes to me. The love was so real. We both kept saying we didn't want to get this deep right away, but we couldn't keep our hands off of one another. I will continue to persist and not lose sight because already this morning I felt triggered in my head about third party and wondering if he's still involved. Okay, so it's really important that you see just one time and one time only. Like, you don't want to keep any awareness or energy on anything other than the two of you guys and the end together and being in love with each other. Again, that secure bonding, that unconditional love. Nothing and no one can compare to each other for each other. That is where you stay. Anyone who was involved in the past they've also moved on to the people that they are meant to be with. Okay, period, point blank. Okay, so imagine how happy the two of you guys are to be able to be in this life and love together, to have this love that is so immense that neither of you have ever experienced or felt before. And that was the only reason why there was the separation, because the two of you guys needed to get back in alignment with each other. And that's that. Okay. That is not a concern of mine. I know how much he loves me, and our connection is on another level. These were his words. I know it is. It was undeniable last night. After he left my house, he called me on the way home saying things like, "The way you affect me is on another level. I can't thank you enough for this guidance and giving me the courage to step into my higher self. I love this man, and I have since the day I met him 3 years ago. He is my husband, and you are his wife, and he loves you equally as much. And he knew the moment that he saw you that you were his wife. My second session is next week, and I look forward to it. Have a great week." The persisting doesn't mean you're working harder. It means that you're persisting in knowing that separation is just an illusion. So when I think about my mirror soul, I think of us as one, period. So I think about us as loving each other, healing each other, supporting each other, being there for each other, adoring each other, being passionate about each other, wanting each other, trusting each other. That's the energy. Okay. That's the energy that you want to get into when it comes to a romantic specific person, to just go into that trust, go into that God state, go into that love. Anyway, please do affirm down below that you know that all of creation is done and that you trust in your end. And I will talk to you soon. I love you.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.